Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. Hulk Hogan opens the show, and he is fuming hot. He is angry. He is brothering it up. He says,
so sensitive.
yeah. So he says that that Hollywood Rock, that egomaniac, he tried to run me over. He was on his phone. I don't know who he's talking to. Yeah, I know, right? So we didn't end up doing the semi truck
spot
because it just felt out of place for what we were doing.
there.
And so that's why I've gone with the attempted vehicular manslaughter here in this gimmick.
Works
and
for me.
I flip flopped it around. Instead of NWO trying to kill Rock, Rock accidentally
Almost kills.
Well, and it's not even intentional. He just goes at him because I'm not even paying attention.
I'm about to say, I'm too cool to pay attention behind him.
So while Hogan is in ring doing his walking and talking, Rock pops up on the screen, but he's not talking to the screen. He's on the phone, and the person who's directing, he's saying, Dwayne,
Rocky.
yeah, Rocky, and he's like, see you at Starrcade. Then we fade to black, right?
That's great.
And so yeah, it's just a way to further illustrate which side of the...
That's my people's champ.
Absolutely. So, the first match of the evening is a former Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy. Although I'm not sure he's actually won the title in our universe, because come to think of it, in the real world, no, maybe. It's
I thought he
possible.
won it in the 90s, like late 90s.
Well, what I was saying, so I think I can't remember now if Jeff's first Intercontinental title match, or not match, victory, was during the two-man power trip, or if he had one before it. Because I know he won the title from
This is why we have technology.
Triple H for the two-man power trip. But regardless, whether he is or is attempting to be Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy is taking on Chavo Guerrero in the opening contest of the Intercontinental title tournament, which is continuing.
Right, of course.
And so with that, Jeff is a dangerous daredevil who's attempting to do any
and everything to secure this opportunity.
Absolutely. But even though he's fresh into the business, Chavo is channeling one of my favorite wrestlers and one of his favorite things, the Nope from Samoa Joe. So Jeff goes to do all kinds of
Whisper in the wind.
Exactly, and Chavo's just not there. And that's what I love about this match is Chavo's intelligence.
Yeah.
What'd you find out? Was Jeff's first IC title match or victory against Triple H?
It was April. It's loading.
It's all good. Yeah. So I thought that was the one.
April 12th of 2001.
Yeah. So turns out Jeff's attempting to win his first Intercontinental title because he didn't win in this universe.
Our bad.
It's all good. So after Chavo defeats Jeff Hardy with 3 suplexes and a frog splash. I wonder where he got the idea to do that.
Who knows? Could be anybody.
So Chavo is shimmying up the ramp, and he's all kinds of stuck up and
cocky
just
and arrogant.
cocky and into himself. He's happy.
All the machismo.
All the machismo, exactly. And so, up next is a a trio of baby faces, that being Kidman, Tajiri, and the Hurricane.
Hell of a squad.
But the thing is, the Hurricane doesn't make it to the ring. So he gets beat down by A-Train, Just Incredible, and the Big Show en route to the ring. And so Hurricane Helms is lying on the rampway, or the staging area, if you will.
I got you.
While A-Train, Big Show, and Just Incredible are beating Tajiri and Kidman 3-on-2.
Of course.
So the match concludes when the Big Show hits a double chokeslam on both Tajiri and Kidman at the same time.
Hate to see it.
And so then afterward, after the chokeslam is hit, Big Show tags in A-Train, who then does the Bray Wyatt-esque senton on both, and then rolls over and pins them both 1, 2, 3. XL Factor go over here in this what should have been a trios match, but turns out
being 2-on-1 handicap.
Correct. And on the subject of Bray Wyatt, I hate the news that broke of his untimely passing. Yeah, 36 is just way too young for anybody.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Too short of a life. What a legacy he leaves behind.
Absolutely. I'll ask you a question that I saw be asked to Steve from Wrestle Juice.
Mm.
What do you think about his world continuing without him?
Nah.
So I agree. I think no is the correct answer. But the fan who asked thought, so Bo with Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
Bliss with her
whatever
characteristics.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you've got Braun, I mean.
Yeah.
You could bring back Rowan, but I agree. I think that you run the risk of becoming distasteful when you enter.
Also, here's the thing. First of all, and I love Bray to death. Not everything in this world works.
Oh, especially without him. Oh my goodness.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. And without him, it wouldn't work at all. At least with him, there was something like people were he had this aura and this charisma.
Absolutely,
that
100%.
People just gravitate to him. So even if what he was doing was bad, they still wanted him to succeed. And be great.
I loved the man Wyndham Rotunda.
Yeah.
So even when he was Husky Harris, a bad name, not a good
horrible
look.
name. God awful name.
Yeah. So even when at his worst, I was still supportive of him.
You know, it was real crazy because literally a couple days ago, I saw him cutting a promo, and he's like mid NXT season 1 or 2.
Early,
yeah. And he's like talking about how he's losing right now. He's like, I don't understand why people are doubting me. Like they're looking at all these pretty boys and their fancy moves and flashy outfits, and meanwhile I'm sitting here, Army tank with a Ferrari engine. I'm like, these people are voting on guys based on their looks, and they should be voting on who they think is going to be the WWE champion, in the future.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm like, and then I look back and looked at who was in that season. He's the only one to win a WWE championship from that season.
There were so many missed opportunities in NXT. The make believe reality show version.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, I love that guy's talent, and I
love his heart, love his soul, man.
I feel bad for the kids most.
Yeah, I feel bad for his wife and kids, his brothers, his father.
Oh, speaking of his brother though, no, not anytime soon, right?
Right.
Mind you, not anytime soon. But given what next year is, and what Bo Dallas used to be, if he's capable of doing this by January, I want him to do it in January. If he's capable of doing it in February, I'll take February. If March is March. But sometime next year, I want Bo Dallas to come out as a politician. So you take Believe from a motivational, inspirational thing to a more of a political campaign, yeah. And
it's like, yes, we can, or make America great again, or
whatever.
Joe
and you pass out the
pamphlets, the flyers,
and then the fans can hold the signs. I think that it could work, especially given that it's a presidential election season.
Exactly.
Next year, I mean.
Actually, worked phenomenally. MJF did, and it worked very well. So.
Yeah, EC3 did too. He said.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
He did the I believe in EC3.
I believe in EC3. Yeah. Phenomenal.
But yeah.
To sum up, we love you, Bray.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for all the memories. Prayers go out to his family and friends.
Yeah.
And Thanks for the phenomenal life.
For sure. So, now is the time for the debut of Nunzio.
Oh.
So the Titantron plays the pasta and the opera and the flag waving and all of the stuff.
Dirty, yes.
So so Nunzio he's entering, and he's like he dukes up. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
He's serious. He's
Yeah.
he's ready, but he doesn't know who his opponent is, right?
Yeah, of course. Doesn't matter.
And that's the thing. It's like he doesn't care who his opponent is. Like whoever, anybody, right?
Yeah,
So
bada bing, yeah, I'm walking in. Yeah.
And so he's up on the turnbuckle, and he's playing to the crowd.
Of course.
But when he gets down and he turns around, the Hurricane is in the ring.
That's awesome.
And so
Hurricane getting a little extra Batman as opposed to Green Lantern this week.
correct. And so the Hurricane,
yeah,
he says to Nunzio, that video, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And so anyway, bell rings, ding ding. The Hurricane, who had been beaten down by a bunch of big guys, he is weak in a weakened state. So Nunzio,
he's hurting right now.
yeah, Nunzio, he does good work.
Of course.
But the amazing thing is, the Hurricane gets the surprise victory
Hey!
in Nunzio's debut.
Phenomenal.
And so post-match, Nunzio, he's fuming. He was like, I wasn't ready. I didn't even know he was the guy.
I didn't know you know the bell rang. Bada bing.
And so Hugh Morris comes out laughing.
Oh, phenomenal.
And while Hugh Morris is laughing, and the referee is talking to Nunzio, that's when Bull Buchanan jumps the Hurricane from behind, and then Bull Buchanan drags Hurricane up and to the back, while Hugh Morris is still on his way. So they cross paths during the ramp play, and Hugh Morris, who is just a madman at this point.
Yeah.
He stands in the ring. We go to commercial, and when we come back, Funaki is in the ring with Hugh Morris. The bell rings, and we have a not very fair contest where the big crazy man never relents on the Smackdown #1 announcer Funaki.
Funaki Ichiban.
And so Hugh Morris goes over in the match. And we continue to progress in that Hugh Morris Hurricane storyline.
Yeah, absolutely.
So after Hugh Morris wins the match, and everything is done and dusted there, we get a career retrospective package for Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Showing him. I doubt this is video, but it's probably photos with them talking over it about him and his brothers. Not growing up with a trampoline, but growing up with a wrestling ring in the backyard. That classic stuff.
Yeah. I like that.
And so after that, we see Maven in the ring, and his opponent on the way to the ring can't get away from his new nuisances, that being the Iron Addicts. So they, of the Iron Addicts, are bothering Jamie Noble. And they're like, hey, we didn't mean to mess you up 2 weeks ago, but we got you. Yeah, exactly. We got you. You're just like us. We know that you can do this.
Yeah, Jackson Juicy, beefy and bulky.
Yeah, love it. And so Jamie goes in there and he has a really sporting contest with Maven. But what does Maven do every time he's in the ring?
Lose. Yeah.
And what does Jamie Noble do every time he's in the ring?
Win, baby.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Jamie Noble wins LOL. Yes, exactly. So. So that's how that plays out. When Jamie wins, he gets put up on the shoulders of Val and Johnny and Magic Mark. He's clapping.
He's like, I'm so proud.
Oh, he's like, you're my prodigy. Even though he had literally nothing to do with him. I love
zero.
It. That's the best part.
Actually, I think Jamie Noble has more experience than him at this point.
For sure. Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I would have to do the math.
Yes.
But
they're at least equal, or he's greater than.
Yeah.
So the semi-main event is a continuation of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament.
Cool.
This is the Rey Mysterio versus King William match, which is interesting because King William was the champion before Eddie Guerrero.
Of course.
Obviously, Rey Mysterio is very close with Eddie, so this match holds a lot of weight when it comes to this division. And surprisingly enough, King William comes to the ring by himself.
Is he sick? Is he okay?
Well, he's okay, but what happened was that he can't find his boys. He doesn't know where they're at. Or Queen Terry, where's she going?
Oh my God.
And so it actually turns out that Eddie had secured them in their locker room so they can't interfere.
Love it.
And so with the match being one-on-one and straight up clean, Rey Mysterio overcomes King William, punching his ticket to the finals and to Starrcade, where Rey Mysterio will take on Chavo Guerrero. Shock and horror, who would have thought?
Man, who would have guessed? Sounds like we booked this shit in advance.
So the main event here tonight is the television championship match, that being The Undertaker defending against Farouk of the NPAA.
Love it.
As the match goes on,
man, 2 house fights in 2 weeks. That's good stuff.
Man, Taker knows what he likes, and he gets it. He's a star of the show.
Hey.
But as the match goes on, The Undertaker and Farouk all have their seconds, or in the case of Farouk, second and thirds.
Yeah, second, third. A little bit of change on the side.
So, but the thing is, much like how The Undertaker was straight up and throwing his dukes with Bradshaw, and how he was noble and not Jamie Noble, but honorable. There we go, honorable.
There you go. Those are the words.
With D'Lo. This match.
Bust out the thesaurus on that one.
Yeah, so this match is clean as the snow.
Yeah, clean as the German snow.
But it's just interesting to have all these elements, but nobody being bad. It's just pure support for your fellow man. The Undertaker overcomes Farouk, retains his television title, and we close out SmackDown on a upbeat